Hello everyone, and welcome to a weekend edition episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. Notice anything new back here? So I wanted to pop on for a special weekend episode. I'm incredibly hoarse. And I'm really coffee. But how cool is that? How stinking cool is that? And it's a metal sign, okay? So we have story time. And we absolutely have weekend yarn porn because I cannot help myself lately. I'm drinking my water without my straw because my straw is dirty. It's in the sink. And for some reason, nobody realizes how to actually wash a straw, so they leave it in there until I throw it out because it's so gross. I don't generally do the dishes because my eczema does not like me when I do the dishes. So I use that as an excuse for everyone else to do the dishes because I do everything else around the house. They can do the dishes. Period. So, if you guys remember the beautiful apron back here, that was gifted to me from Sherry, who is a very sweet person. She contacted me the other day when I was in Boston, and well, actually I was on the way to Boston. And it was our Joann's clothes. She worked at Joann's temporarily while they were closing, mainly to get the first dibs on the yarn. Yeah, she did. I thought about it. I'm going to be honest. I sincerely thought about doing the same thing. And she actually went through with it, which is fantastic for her. And she did. She got some good deals. And she let me know when all the good deals were happening. And so she texted me, and we're in New Jersey. And she saw our store has gone to, I don't know, a higher percentage. And it was like the day before the last day or something like that. And I texted her back. I was like, I'm in New Jersey. And she's all, oh, poop. And we were, I think we were on our way to see the Statue of Liberty, or we had just seen the Statue of Liberty, but we were definitely in New Jersey on our way up to Boston. And she texted me again, I think it was a couple days later, and she's all, I got something else for you. It's kind of big. And I was like, okay. And so my mind is racing. What could it possibly be? And Mr. Cinnamon goes, I bet she got you a sign. And I was like, there's no way she got me a sign. She got me a sign. And I met up with her, and she's all, first of all, this morning when I met up with her, I'm recording this Friday, I am feeling real, I know this sounds like is what the problem is. This is not at all what the problem is. I mean, it kind of is. I'm coughing. Whatever started in my throat is settling very firmly into my chest, so I'm coughing a lot, and I'm starting to, like, you know, get the gurgly, wheezy stuff that's happening. It's real fun. That's not what's bothering me. I glutened myself at some point this week. RJ asked, I told RJ he could pick whatever he wanted for dinner, and he went real easy and said quesadillas. Cool, I can make quesadillas. And I said, you like them the white people way? Because that's the way we refer to it. My family's Mexican. With flour tortillas with like sprinkled cheese in it, or do you want it? My family eats it with corn tortillas because they prefer it that way. They get crispy, you know. They're good. They're really bad for you, but they're good. And also, me and Juju can't eat flour. He's all just the normal white people ones. I was like, all right, cool. He also, I can tell you this, he doesn't eat any kind of spice in anything. So we do. Okay, do you want it the way I cook it, or do you want it the white people way? Because I use a lot of seasonings and flavors in my food. Like, my food is real flavorful. And between RJ and Hermione, like, there's a level of heat. They're down here, we're up here. So I have to, you know, adjust when they're here. And so I made him quesadillas. And I was handling the flour tortillas with my hands. I used a fork to to flip the tortilla in the pan so that and then I sat it down. I sat the flour tortillas before they went in the pan, open out of the package, on top of the package for the corn tortillas. I don't remember if I reused the fork. I somewhere along there, or me fixing little man's hot dog on a gluten bun, a regular bun. One of those two things exposed me and I ingested gluten somehow. And so when I say that I'm really not feeling good, like, it's all the bad stuff, okay? And when I went to see her this morning, I said, I'm just going to give you fair... Now, when she texted me this morning and asked if she could meet me, I was like, I'm going to give you fair warning. I look real bad. Like, I feel real bad. And she said, it's okay. And then she told me I looked fine. But I said that before I took a shower. My hair was greasy. I was coughing. I was really, really not feeling good and dealing with all of the things that go with being exposed to gluten. All the bad stuff. I'm sore everywhere because aside from all the stomach and digestion issues, it also gives me widespread pain and swelling in my joints. Because it's an all over body reaction when I have reaction to gluten. And so I just was feeling bad. And so I'm still like, I went up there, we met at Costco, and I was like, I'm waiting, and I'm really just wanting to fall asleep because I haven't slept in the past 2 days because I've been up all night, sick. And so I'm sitting there like this, I'm just like feeling awful. I'm feeling awful. She showed me that sign, she pulled it out of her car, and I was like, oh my God. I almost cried right then and there because how stinking cool is that? Who else has a Joann sign? There wasn't that many, like, maybe one, maybe two per store, and it's double-sided and it's metal, and it's got like the little around the bolt holes is like the cool rusty part on it, and on the back side of this is two of her coworkers tagged their names on it with paint, and I'm like, that doesn't bother me whatsoever at all. I think I've told on the channel recently, my husband used to do graffiti. When he was a teenager, he was a troublemaker. He got into a lot of trouble. He'd been through some stuff, okay? I'm just gonna say that. I don't pretend that we're all perfect, but when he was a teenager, he was a bad boy. Part of which attracted me to him because, you know, us girls tend to, especially when we're raised in, I was in a very sheltered household. No, I wasn't. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. Like, my own family exposed me to all kinds of stuff. But, like, other than that, I was not really... My mom kept us in her bubble, for the most part. Oh, my sticker's coming off. My Maxim Yarns sticker is starting to peel. It's alright, Scarlett. They're gone. So, me not feeling good. I'm still trying to recover from Boston. Because I immediately got sick when we came home. And then I glutened myself. So, like, that takes a hard toll on your body. And I'm going to be real honest. There's other stuff going on in my house that's just stressful. And so, I wanted to cry before she came because I didn't feel good. And I wanted to cry after she gave me the sign because, oh my God, how cool is, like, how sweet is that? And I told her, like, oh my God, I'm going to cry, dude. Like, I'm going to cry. And she keeps thanking me for all I do. And I told Mr. Cinnamon, I was like, well, I don't do that much. Like, and I think I believe that I don't do that much because I really love what I do. And then I immediately told her I was going over to Michael's because it's in the same parking lot. And I'm going to go check out and scope out the clearance section or the clearance situation because I watched Creative Grandma, and Creative Grandma found some really cool stuff on clearance. So I'm actually going to insert that clip in a minute because I went there and then I went to Hobby Lobby looking for clearance. And so, yeah, I picked up a couple things, but because I've purchased so much stuff for Joann's, don't really need anything. I went to the store with the idea that I'm not going to spend over $25 in each one of those stores if I buy anything in those stores. And so I stuck by that because I'm not trying to just fill my house up with yarn, especially with us getting ready to move. in the next, hopefully, I would really like to be moved by September. But we'll see. We'll see. There's still so many things that need to play out in order to make everything happen. And selling your house and all that is real stressful. Buying a new house, real stressful. Anyway, I made a rubber band ball. And I made it with the rubber bands from my Joann's fabrics that I bought because they all had a rubber band around them. So I got a Joann's fabric ball. I know that's stupid. Whatever. So anyway, oh, also, I filled up one of these with my eyeballs. I have to find the rest of my eyeballs for the other two. And rest assured, I have more eyeballs for these. These are absolutely going to be used. I just filled that first one up because it was on top. So, alright, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to insert a video. Tell me how jealous you are of this sign, though. I was like, oh my god, people are going to be so jealous. I got the apron and the sign. And she also said, that's for your new house. And I was like thinking, because my idea is like, I would really love, this is the dream, okay? The dream is that we buy a piece of property that has a house on it and maybe an outbuilding. So I convert the outbuilding, or I put like a small outbuilding on the property. Eventually, it's going to take time for all this stuff to happen. And that becomes my workspace, my Cinema Stitches studio, if you will. And that will hang on the wall, which will be perfect because, especially if it's like a farmhouse type situation or a barn or like whatever it is, like that just is the coolest thing ever. Okay, so I'm going to pause here and I'm going to insert the clips. I went to both Michael's and I went to Hobby Lobby, and those clips, I put them all together already. I'm going to insert it here, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you what I purchased, which is not a whole lot. It's 2 small bags. And yeah, I'll be right back. So a lot of these yarns are supposed to be $5, and none of the clearance are actually marked. So we're gonna grab some and see what we can see. Well, all else fails, use the app. Hunting for clearance, store number 2. So Wild Yarn is 30% off. I see no even hint of orange stickers or that clearance has even taken place, because the aisles are stacked. Okay, so I heard that cotton is going to be clearanced out. And one way to tell if they're getting ready to mark down is they'll put a D on here. But I see nothing. And there's so much cotton. And truth be known, I probably could use more cotton. These are only $5.99 and $4.99. And they're cute. And I'm curious, because this looks like Bentley. Done. The panda is real cute. My niece loves pandas, but I have an idea for a panda. My daughter loves Highland cows, but I don't like the pieces that need to go together for that. And I love the cactus, and I want to put a sign in front of it that says, "Don't be a prick," because that's funny. Yeah, there's nothing down these aisles, but I did get a couple of things. And there was, in fact, clearance over here in the crafty, the fabric-y section. This is so pretty. That reminds me of something my mom had when I was a little girl. Oh, dinosaurs. Okay, so there's a bunch of tulle and ribbon and stuff clearanced out. Okay, so I asked an employee and she said that the yarn has not been marked down yet and it will be soon, and to check back because she can't say when. She was marking down the tulle and the ribbon, so stay tuned, we may be back. Okay, these are real pretty, but irritates me a little bit. They also had a crochet octopus in there. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you, part of this purchase was really, I was trying to make, well, that's real cute. I was trying to make content for the channel and doing some research so you guys know that if you missed Joann's clearance stuff, Michael's clearance is not as good. But it's not a bad sale either. $5 for big balls of yarn. I paid that for the Bernat, like when it was 50. No, when it was 60% off, and I bought the Bernat blanket yarn and the plush and all those yarns. I paid $4.99 or something like that for those, or $4.80 or something. So, I mean, if you didn't have a Joann's near, you couldn't make it to Joann's. Michael's does have that type of yarn on sale for $5. And they had a bunch, but I couldn't remember which ones were supposed to be clearanced out because not a single thing in my store is clearanced out. Okay? P.S. I'm also going to give you a preview that next week I'm going to have a different haul that's already on my floor from Michael's, because the clearance was showing up online. And so I placed an online pickup order. And once again, they threw in a free ball of yarn. I don't know what is happening. They don't know who I am. But we'll talk about that in that video. Today I didn't get any free yarn, which I'm fine with because I will gladly pay for my own yarn. But, alright, we're going to start with Michael's because that's what I showed you in the video first. Like I said, $25 was my limit. I went slightly over that with taxes, but the yarn itself was $25. And the yarn that I got, these were in fact $5. This is the Loops and Threads Fluffy Flex. My store only had this in green, orange, and gray. So I got just the green because I limited myself to 5 skeins today. That's $25, remember? And I've never used this yarn. I've never even seen it because aside from picking up my online order yesterday or the day before, I have not stepped in Michael's since I got all the poinsettias in the box, the mystery boxes. So last time I stepped in Michael's, and before that it had been before Christmas. So I think in the last 8 or 9 months I've only been in Michael's twice. So I've never even seen this yarn. Now, this is Fluffy Flex polyester. It's really pretty. It's pastel green. It's the color green. No shock there. Oh, I can see. It retails for $9.99. It's a limited time yarn. It's polyester. It's 126 yards. But I was thinking dinosaurs. Because, oh my god, dinosaurs. Like speckly, funfetti dinosaurs. How cute is this? But also, I made a frog. And this would make a really cute frog. I made a frog. He's all of this big, but I used 4-weight yarn. He's in the other room. He's adorable. So I'm going to make some more. I also have never tried, used this yarn. I do have more of both of these yarns in my pickup order that I will show you guys next week. I just want to make that a separate video because I bought some things specifically for review on the channel, whereas this was just, I wanted to go in and film, and because I was filming, I was like, I might as well spend a couple dollars and get some stuff I've never tried before, and that's exactly what I did. Now, this is Skinny Chenille, and this looks about the thickness of the stuff I got from Hirschner's, which is over there, which, it's a 4-weight. It's a 4-weight. And it's a 4-weight by 4-weight standards. It's not a 4-weight by polyester yarn standards, so it's real thin. I don't know if I'm going to love it or hate it. It recommends a 4.5mm hook. And this is the color Blue Stripe, and it's 100% polyester. It's beautiful. It's shades of blues and I think greens, but the green is on the blue background, so it just gives it another, so that's green on a blue background. It's very speckly. I don't know if I'm going to love this or hate it. A lot of the balls in my store were just absolutely destroyed. I was going to buy another one of these, and the label was off, and it was just scattered. It was real bad. Yeah, I spent $25. These were all $5. This is $5. It's 472 yards. I very well may ball this up double like I did with the Hirschner's yarn and just use, I'm going to play with it first and see. I really think I'm going to reskein this and double it up though. And I think it'll still be absolutely beautiful. And I really think it will go with the Hirschner's yarn that's over there that I got. And then the last 3 cakes are all the same. I got 3 of these because these are the Karen Funfetti cakes. These were $5. This color is so rich and beautiful, and this yarn is soft. Soft. So nice. This is 66% acrylic and 34% polyester. It's 8 ounces, 239 yards. I got 3 of them because what am I going to make with just 1? And it says that it's a worsted weight 4. It looks more like a 5 to me. It's definitely thicker than the skinny chenille. It reads more like a 5 to me. And it's beautiful. This color, did I tell you the color? Blue Refresh. I don't know, it's called Blue Refresh, but. And apparently there is a free pattern on the label for a knit mesh boat neck tee. That goes up to a size 5X. Good way to go, Yarnspirations. It only takes 4 balls for the shirt in a 5X. I should have bought one more. Wild. Although, I can make a 3X with this, which is crazy that this only has 239 yards. I could knit a sweater out of it. Well, I'm not gonna, but isn't that beautiful? And it's like 2 shades of blue. It's just stunning. Stunning. It's real soft. It's real soft. We're not washing it. Machine washable and dryable. Polyester is usually not. Yeah, because this one is machine wash cold, non-chlorine bleach when needed. Do not iron, dry flat. So, as is probably this one. Yeah. I mean, it's only partially polyester, but still. I definitely don't want to cook the polyester. That's really soft. I got 3 of these. That was it for Michael's because I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm not trying to, like, you know, hoard up all the yarn. And then Hobby Lobby did not, in fact, have their clearance going on, but you already saw that by the video. Once again, I restricted myself to $25. Now, I did go slightly over because they had some candies on clearance that I got for my kids. So, Blue Raz Sour Belts. I got some M&Ms for the other 2. And then watermelon. And these were clearanced out for $3 each. So, Juju's favorite is that kind of candy. So I got the other 2 little M&M shakers, and I got those for Juju. So that did technically send me over the $25, but these yarns were all, Sherry also gave me a yarn bowl. Isn't that cute? So, this over here. All right. I'm trying to figure out how much I spent on just yarn. Because I forgot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 balls of yarn and a crochet kit. So, let's see. Apparently the Needle Art crochet kit was not on sale. So, this was $4.99, and I got it because it looks like Bentley. Except for Bentley, the spot is on his other eye. So, and he also has brown on his back. You see his back? That's his back right there. He's brown and white. Bentley. Bentley. You want some? Here. Here. He's like, no ma'am, I'm tired. It's hot outside. Anyway, so yeah, the brown is on the wrong eye. But I'm still going to make a little Bentley. And then, if I like this kit, because I wanted to put this kit against the kits from Michaels and the Woobles kits. I'm going to do a head-to-head combat between those and see. And this is one of the points. Now, I'm going to tell you, that Woobles video I had to turn comments on pause because I think I made someone mad in the Woobles field. I like the Woobles people. And I'm going to tell you why I think it was them. It is either a fanatic or it is somebody, and this has happened to me before on the channel. They don't like what I say about their product and they come at me. And they come at me and they come at me and they come at me until they think they're going to bully me to take down the video. And this has happened on several occasions. And I try not to be negative on the channel. I really try not to be negative. But I'm always going to give you an honest opinion here. And that's just how I am. But I try to be fair and all that. And so with the Woobles video, I did the Woobles video. And oh my God. And the reason I know it was the same person is because I would block and they would create a new account and comment pretty much the same thing on repeat, on repeat. I'm getting ready to go out of town at this point. And I'm like, I am not going to deal with this crap all weekend. So I paused the comments on the Woobles video. They were mad because I didn't like the price on it. And I even said it's a cool kit and I have mixed feelings about it. I just don't like the price on the Woobles kits. And whoever I infuriated just kept on creating new accounts. Create new accounts. And if you click on their account, it will say account created and gives you the date. That's how I know it was the same person doing it, which has happened to me before on the channel. Okay, it has. When you block somebody, they keep recreating new accounts to harass you. I had a podcaster do that to me. I really did. And I know exactly who it was, so but it's fine. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I made somebody in the Woobles world very angry. But we're still going to talk about it because it's a hot topic, right? So I have my Woobles kits down there. I have a kit from Hobby Lobby that was all of $4.99, and it says skill level intermediate, whereas the Woobles are beginner friendly. And it says knowledge of crochet is required, which makes sense, right? Complete kit, everything included. It has safety eyes, safety nose. It has polyester yarn, polyester fiber fill, a cheap plastic crochet hook. Must use included hook or results may vary. Well, I'm looking at this crochet hook and it looks like the cheap ones from the dollar store. I will not be using that, but I will use the same size crochet hook. Plastic needle and instructions. And the real thing of this is whether the instructions are good or garbage. So we will give that a thorough review, as with the ones from Michaels that I got clearanced out for $5 that you will see probably Tuesday. But I wasn't going to leave that looked too much like Bentley to leave on the shelf. The rest of this is rainbow blanket yarn. Okay. I got 2 different kinds, 2 different colorways because rainbow. I don't have another reason besides that. And it was 30% off. So I saw this one first and I was like, oh. Actually, I saw another one that looked like as if popsicles had melted all over the yarn, and it was really pretty and it was vibrant like this, but it looked kind of like there was parts where it was like the colors bled to each other, and I was like, I wanted it, but I didn't want it enough. And then I saw this one, and actually I was ready to walk out of the store. I was like, I don't see anything. I don't see clearance. Like, I'm disappointed. I was talking to some other lady. I tried to give her my cart, and I was like, I don't see anything. And then I saw this at the very bottom. I was like, what is that? And this is the Cozy Occasion. So I know what this works up like because I've used it for RJ's dinosaur. And so I know that I like this. And this color is fantastic. And am I thinking about making a full-on rainbow dinosaur? Abso-freaking-lutely. Because rainbow dinosaur. Why the heck not? So this is Cozy Occasion. It's 101 yards. It's the colorway Back to School. Which it's not at all giving back to school vibes. I mean, it is 100% polyester. It's a super bulky 6-weight. And I know that I can make one dinosaur reasonably out of one ball. The brontosauruses. You're all the way over there, aren't you? My brontosaurus is all the way over there. Anyway, I can make a whole brontosaurus out of this. The first one I made took 1 1/4 of a ball because he was big. I made him really large. But I can make a smaller one because now I have the pattern memorized. I can just make it from memory. I've made like 6 at this point. So we are going to make a full-blown rainbow dinosaur. And I bought 3 in this colorway because I want to make sure I have more than enough. I can make a little chickie with this if I want. I can make a rainbow colored dog. This is Oreo. This is Oreo's Alebrije. Isn't that cute? I made this off of no pattern years ago with really fun colored yarn. So I can make an Alebrije. Am I saying that right? I feel like that's not the right word. That's what it is. Anyway, so I got 3 of them. So these retail for $4.99, but they're 30% off. So for 3 of them, they were $3.49 each. So I paid $10.47 for all 3 of them, which is a good deal if you ask me. And then I got 2 of this one, which is Baby Be Adorable. Ironically enough, I have a niece whose name is Adorabelle. Adorable. And this is the colorway Happalicious. And this one was also $4.99. Paid $3.49 each for it. So for 2 of them was $6.98. These are only 92 yards. I only got 2 of them. And again, this may very well turn into a dinosaur. And I don't know which one I like better. This one or this one. Because I like them both for 2 different ways, but they're absolutely fun rainbow and, you know. I have seen several rainbows in the past 2-3 weeks. So when my niece was graduating, we were outside the auditorium waiting for the previous graduation ceremony to end, and they wouldn't let us in the building, and it started to rain, and then it started to hail, and it was very violent, and we got soaking wet, all of us. And we were pretty much stuck outside, and then we had to go take cover in the parking garage because it was crazy. And when that ended, there was a beautiful rainbow. And then when we were in Boston, the weather was real bad. And it rained, and you're going to rehear the story on Monday. It rained and rained the whole drive pretty much to Boston, off and on. And then when we got to Boston, Friday, no, we got there Friday evening. So it rained all day Friday, and it was still raining when we got there on Friday. Saturday morning, it was raining a lot in the morning, and we could see the stage for the concert from our hotel room, which was really cool. I mean, you couldn't see it well enough that you could stay in the hotel room and watch the concert. You could hear it, but you could hear it and it vibrated the windows of the hotel. It was kind of cool. But I went and I was looking and I'm watching them set up the stage, and it was real early in the morning. And at this point it wasn't raining and there wasn't even a cloud in the sky. And I was like, well, maybe it won't rain today, you know? And the sun wasn't really shining yet. And there was no rain that I could see in the sky. And I went and I sat back on the bed in the hotel and I leaned back like this and I looked back out the window over the area where the Harvard campus was, which is where the concert was. And there's just a rainbow. There's just a rainbow. And I was like, there's a rainbow just over the concert venue. Maybe things are going to be okay tonight. Because I was real nervous. I was anxious. And it had been raining so much. It actually rained after that. We went out and about, and it was raining while we were out and about. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be miserable. It's going to rain at the concert. It's already chilly and cold and wet. I already was starting to have a little bit of the tickle. And then, you know, the rainbow's a sign that everything's going to be okay. Period. It is. And no matter what you believe with that rainbow, no matter what, it's a sign that everything's going to be okay. It's a sign for love. It's a sign for hopefulness. And it makes me happy. And we're going to make us some rainbow amigurumi because why the heck not? And I'm going to be so proud of them. You know, because of pride. I'm being funny. They're going to be my little queer amigurumi. Don't say nothing ignorant in the comments. I will delete you. I already know. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. So I got really excited by these. And honestly, Juju's my daughter. Her little business shop is named Rainbow Bee Beads. And I was watching Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. And she made little rainbow bees. And I don't have black chenille yarn. I know that I don't have any. But how cute would a little rainbow bee be? Rainbow bee for my rainbow bee beads. She's my girlfriend. My girl. So didn't spend a lot today. Got some really cool yarns that we're gonna play with. And then, like I said, I have another bag back here of goodies that I will show you guys on Tuesday. And then we're gonna have another video entirely just comparing some of the stuff from the amigurumi kits from Woobles, from Hobby Lobby, from Michaels. We're gonna be fair in what they are and how much they cost and all that. I'm gonna do a nice thorough review. I'm gonna actually try to work up a couple of these before I do the final thing of that. Also, there is a new yarn at Michaels that I ordered that should be delivered Monday. And it appears to be a dupe of the Woobles yarn. So we're also going to do that in a different video where we compare the new yarn from Michaels to the Woobles yarn, which is double the price. And I ain't touched it, felt it. My local store doesn't have any, so I had to order it online. I could have drove up north. They had it in the up north store. I didn't feel like it. I didn't want to. But I did order some. So we are definitely, and I already have, I'm writing down video ideas for June. So, cause what's today's the 3rd, you should be seeing this on the 31st, I think. Or, yeah, we're gonna do it on the 31st. It'll help my revenue for May. Cause I have a number I'm trying to hit for my revenue. And I'm real close to hitting it. So that's why you guys are getting a weekend video. Cause I'm trying to like increase the money that's coming in. So, you know, we can put money back in the savings for what we spent at Joann's. And put that towards moving stuff. So that's why this video has been aired on the day it has been aired at. Because I could have moved it into June. It would have been fine. But you know, financial goals. We're working hard and we're going to achieve our financial goals. So my video ideas for June are as follows. the Michael clearance, which is down here in this bag, not to be confused with the Michael clearance I just showed you, because I bought different stuff. And what's funny is what I ordered, they did not have out on the shelves when I went back today. And also, I did not see any of these, which are amigurumi kits. I'll show you on Tuesday. I'm totally teasing you. These were $5 clearance down at Michael's. And they're really, really cute kits as well. So we're going to have fun playing with stuff. So we're going to do Michael's clearance, I think probably Tuesday. And I'm just checking my list off, tell you what I told you. Then we're going to review the amigurumi kits probably on Wednesday. And then maybe Thursday we will do the new Woobles dupe yarn from Michael's. And we'll compare Woobles versus the new dupe yarn to see if we can save us some money on that yarn, or if that yarn is even any good, because I don't know. I don't know. So, it's going to be a lot of Michael's content. I figure, you know, we've been going hard with the Joann's for a while. Oreo. Every time. She doesn't want anything. She just doesn't like the door closed. We've been going hard with the Joann stuff. We're going to do a couple of days of Michael's videos. And then I'm going to keep checking back with Hobby Lobby to see if what is going on with the clearance. Some stores have already completely sold out of their clearance. And I know that I'm late on the game letting you guys know that the clearance is happening. The summer clearance for Hobby Lobby. I don't have real big hopes that's going to be fantastic and what we have all been used to, because my store has decreased the yarn department yet again. So we used to have 3 full aisles of yarn, both sides. And then last year, after they clearanced out a bunch of yarns, they made it to 1 aisle both sides, and then the next aisle over half of it, and then the next aisle on this side had stuff. And now they've eliminated this one entirely. So now all we have in my store is 1 aisle both sides of yarn, and then the next aisle over has half yarn and half just weird other crap. So it's shrinking down and shrinking down and shrinking down. And I'm gonna be honest, Hobby Lobby is stupid, because the yarn arts is huge right now. Like, there is crochet in mainstream stores. Granted, it's sweatshop crochet, which makes me sick to my stomach. But they're even selling crochet. Hobby Lobby is selling crochet sweatshop stuff. They should know it's that popular. Why they're cutting back the yarn department so much, I don't understand. And Michael's, they have nothing. They have nothing. I think Michael's has the same amount of yarn, if not less, than Hobby Lobby. Because now they put fabric in there, because they're trying to reel in all of the Joann's customers. And I'm going to give it to Michael's. The fabric, I have looked, is probably 1/3 of the price that Joann's was charging. So for like character fabric, I don't know if it's the same quality, because I didn't look at that. I just looked at prices. For character fabric at Joann's, it was like $12.99, $11.99, sometimes $14.99 a yard, which it was always on sale for 50-60% off, which whatever. Or I think the licensed fabric was 40% off frequently, which is still an okay deal. But the fabric at Michael's is like $3, $4, $5 a yard, even for the character fabric, which is a good price. Somebody dropped something. But again, it might be see-through fabric. That's not really quality. That's going to wash once and disappear, like some of the clothes that I've bought lately. You ever bought a t-shirt, throw it in the washing machine and hold it up and all of a sudden it's see-through? That's happening more and more often. Like, why are you making fabric that disappears in the washing machine? I don't understand that. I want some good old-fashioned, thick, comfy, squishy cotton. You can put a little polyester spandex in there for stretch. Yeah, so these are just one girl's opinions. Just a housewife with high school diploma. I say that a lot. I've done a lot for just a high school girl, for just a high school diploma stay-at-home mom. Although I'm technically a work-at-home mom. I've done big things for being what some people say is uneducated. Because I got brains. I got street smarts. I got common knowledge is what it is. I got common knowledge. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this weekend edition of Cinnamon Stitches. See, I want to put reverb on that so it goes, oh, you know, that would be so cool. I know how to do that, but I really don't like doing that. Like, that's tedious. So, we got some Michael stuff coming up this week. For those of you that are missing Joann's already, because as I'm recording this, today's the 30th. Today's the last day any Joann's in the United States should be open. And honestly, they should all probably be closed by now. And definitely by tomorrow, there will not be a single Joann. So I'm going to feed my I was gonna say my fatness. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna feed my sadness with going to other stores and seeing what they have on the market. Oh look, I got a free scrap. That was connected to this yarn. This is really soft and vibrant. Oof. Honestly, going to Michael's and Hobby Lobby today actually made me feel a little bit better physically. It got my mind off of the sickness for a little bit. Cause I'm starting to feel it kick back in again. I feel like I need to go lay down because I'm starting to get like red and my belly's starting to hurt again. I had to take Motrin to get the pain in my actual stomach to go away. It was crazy. But anyway, I had fun. I went all by myself, which I can't tell you the last time I went into a store all by myself like that. It was kind of liberating. Nobody was asking me for anything or irritating me or, Mom. I saw a water bottle with a handle at Michael's. I almost picked it up. It was so funny. It said, Mom, bruh. Yeah. Bruh. Thank you again, Sherry, for honestly loving me, because that is the coolest thing I've ever received, and I've received some really cool stuff. I thought the apron was fantastic, but that Joann sign is going to go firmly on the wall in our next house, and right now it's just going to sit there. It's just going to sit there. And then eventually, see, it would fit up here on this wall, like if I put it up real high and move some things down. But because everything is in transition and I'm packing a lot of stuff away, it's gonna sit there. It might move to storage after it's sitting there for a couple days, couple weeks. It might eventually move to the storage unit, but I'm gonna clean it up and I think I'm gonna put some sort of clear coat on it to protect it from getting any further damage, because like I said, the bolt holes have like scuff marks. There's a little bit of paint scratch on it. I want to preserve it as best I can so it doesn't come off anymore, because who knows how long that thing has been hanging up, and it's stinging cool. It says, Joann Fabric and Craft Stores, please return your cart here. So it's the cart thing. We cannot be responsible for damage caused by shopping carts. I didn't realize it was the cart thing. That's hilarious. Do you know how many times I've sat in the parking lot staring at that thing while I'm waiting for my orders to come out? That's kind of cool. That makes me ridiculously happy. So she's got some wear and tear on her. She's a little dirty. I'm going to clean her up. I'm going to get her all polished up and kind of shiny. And she's absolutely going to go in my next office. Absolutely up on the wall. She's going to be the first thing that goes up. Now I wish I had bought that stupid shopping cart for Lucas. It's good. It's all good. I don't need a shopping cart, but Terry, thank you again. I thanked her like 4 times, but how do you thank somebody for something so cool? I don't even know how much she paid for that. I don't. She thanked me for what I do. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing to deserve that. Or that. What did I actually do? How cute does my hat look on her? If that ain't a Joanne hat, I don't know what a Joanne hat would look like. Stinking cute. So yeah, that's the first thing that's gonna go in the new house. The very first thing. Even before the beds, I'm gonna take that over there and hang it on the wall. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'm gonna do a whole lot of sitting on my butt on the couch crocheting because I really am just trying to recover. And I totally bombed the rest of the month where I quit working out the day we came home. But I was working out to gain stamina and do all that good stuff for the concert. And I am also still dropping weight, probably because I've been so sick. Like my body's pushing everything out. But I'm down 33 pounds now. So I'm back to losing weight again. I gained 8 pounds in swelling from the drive home. So I lost, in this week alone, I lost 8 pounds of water from drinking enough water to wash the swelling out of my body. And then an additional 3 pounds this week alone. So, and yes, I am absolutely trying to take care of myself. I'm practicing so much self-love this weekend. I sat and crocheted a cute little frog, and I'm probably gonna make another frog because one of you, I was talking about a snake for this, and one of you was like, that's a frog or a turtle. And if that ain't a frog or a turtle, I don't know what it is. So I practiced on 4-weight yarn to make a frog, and this is absolutely gonna be another frog because cute. All right, my battery's dying. I love you guys. I will see you bright and early Monday morning. That video is already up, so I don't even have to do anything the rest of the weekend. Bye, guys.